So in this question about Fia and the forest, because she has a forest and she has trees in the forest, in this part, we are looking at 95% confidence interval. Sophia wants to estimate the number of trees that have become infected with disease. She picks a random sample of 160 trees and examines them. 48 of these trees are infected with disease. Find the 95% confidence interval for the proportion of the trees in the forest that are infected. Give each value in your answer correct to three significant figures. So we need 95% confidence interval. How do we do that calculation? Now, depending on information, let's just make that bigger, depending on information provided to us, 95% confidence interval can be either you created calculating this formula or this formula. Now, what are the information? If it is sample mean and standard deviation, we use this formula. If it is population proportion, we use this formula. And that's what gives us confidence interval. What we have in this particular question is the population proportion. What does that mean? Out of 160 trees, proportion of them, 48 are infected. So that's what that proportion means. So 48 out of the 100 plus minus 1.96 multiply bracket numbering the sample is 160 again p, so that's my fraction 1 minus that fraction, and all of that under the square root. We go with plus and minus and we get two value. So one is 0.22899 and the other one is 0.3710077. Now our answer have to be given to three significant figures, not decimal but significant, okay? Because it doesn't matter whether I'm going to change that to a percentage or whether I'm going to keep it a decimal. Significant means important. So that's the first most important, second, and third. So that means 0.229, our P is our population proportion, and 0.371. Now, the next part is saying explain what that confidence interval means in the context of the question. So what does it mean? The context of what? The height of the trees. So what that means that we expect that in the sample of 100 trees, not 160, we just make it easy. In the sample of 100, we would expect 95 of them to be within this interval. That's basically what it means in the context of this question.